kids, we listen to our parents to get our favorite toy. As students, we listen to our professors to get good grades. But in yoga, we can listen to ourselves by following the yamas. Yamas are the list of moral principles in yoga philosophy that represent our commitment to ourselves and others. I was certified as a Hatha Yoga and Area Yoga instructor by China Yoga Instructors Union. And I have a question today for you. How many of you have considered yourself bad at yoga, or maybe become jealous of others when you're doing yoga when you see someone is doing better than you? And maybe try your best to push yourself harder in a pose. I did as well, but don't worry, it is normal. That's because you haven't incorporated the moral principles in your practice yet. So today, we will look at the non-violence yama and the truthfulness yama in yoga philosophy. First, let's start with the non-violence yama, which represents the no-harm principle. An experienced yoga instructor, Andrew Leach, says that we should not harm ourselves or others. Then what does it mean not to harm ourselves? Yoga instructor Emma Louise Newland explains that we should not harm ourselves mentally by letting go of our negative thoughts in our head about ourselves, so our body will work with us, not against us. And we should avoid harming ourselves physically by not pushing into a yoga pose unless your body is ready yet at the moment. Then next, what does it mean not to harm others? Emma Louise Newland also explains that we should not direct any judgment, resentment, or jealousy at others, no matter what they do. At the same time, we should avoid harming others physically, even if it's out of kindness that we want to try to help each other out in adjusting their yoga poses. So, the non-violence yama teaches us that we should not harm ourselves or others. If you think about it, untruthfulness is a form of violence. So that brings us to another yama. Next, we are looking at the truthfulness yama, which means that we should be honest. And Maria Mora, the director of nutrition and yoga therapy in Aurora Behavioral Health Center in New York City, says that we should be honest with ourselves. Emma Louise Newland, the yoga trainer, further explains that truthfulness can actually be achieved by paying close attention to your breath, especially during the practice. Because if your breath gets shallow or strained, your body is telling you to back off. Also, it can be achieved by slowing down your mind to observe each thought in your head, even if it's during your practice, because it gives space for your brain to process before your emotions take over. In addition, Emma Louise Newland also suggests that we should be honest with others. If we treat each other honestly, we build good relationships. But if treating each other honestly means hurting or harming someone, it is best not to do anything at all. So we have covered the non-violence yama and truthfulness yama in yoga philosophy that are recommended to apply in our practice. And we can see that we don't need a parent or a professor to help us through the process, but we can apply those moral principles in our practice for our own health.